Cheers, my thrifting friends. How you guys all doing? Hopefully really well. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Diane and I love thrifting. I am a reseller full-time, but I also love collecting beautiful things for my home, and I'm sure you guys too if you're here watching. So I am at Savers today. It's one of my days off. Lock my car here. Okay. Yeah, it's one of my days off, and I'm thrifting for fun today, but for the store, I've been doing really good lately, so I'm hoping I can find some modern things, some collectibles. Spring is in the air. All my customers want spring. I want spring, so let's head in, see what I can find, and hopefully the thrifting angels are with me. I hope so. Let's go see. All right, so because I have been doing so well with my spring merchandise, I headed right over to the florals to see if I could find anything pretty to add to my store. And this is the first thing that's catching my eye. It's an absolutely sparkling green vase. I think it's perfect. This I really like. The price is too high, but I loved the seed motif. I did have a 30% off coupon, so everything that we're looking at, I have a 30% off. Those were really sweet, very spring-like. Comment below, do you guys always pick up spring flowers for yourself? Like when you go to like Trader Joe's or the grocery store? I do treat myself to some spring flowers. I try really hard though to force my own. I've got some hyacinth bulbs that are forcing in hyacinth jars. I think I showed you guys. I'm going to give you an update on that probably in my next video. And I've got my amaryllis that are getting really big and tall. I'll update you guys next time, but I just can't wait. I have to get some spring bulbs. I'll probably pick up maybe some pretty flowers at Trader Joe's or something. Just looking at all these faux flowers. All right, is this false graft? No, it is not. It's Teleflora. Still looking in the spring stuff. If I can find anything really cool. That was interesting, although that kind of thing does not sell very well in my own store. That was pretty interesting. This would have been cool, but yeah, even new with the tag on it. Savers had way overpriced that. This was interesting. I had to give this a second look. The only reason why I put them back was they were so light and cheap. I wish I knew another word, but they were just not good quality. This is not in the right place. That should be in the cookware aisle. Somebody must have decided to put that back. That's a really cute old, those are like old photographs that are famous and they're reproduced and then people kind of Mod Podge them on wood. I think that's really sweet. Interesting. But yeah, I'm going to go pick up some flowers for myself, hopefully. Now, this was kind of like, where's the rest of it? It was $5.99 for 4. That was a great price for that beautiful wood. Where are the rest of them? All right, these chocolate pots do not do well for me, but I do want to show you. They are collectible. If you're an online seller, it might be a good pick for you. This is the exact same chocolate pot online for $35, but I don't do well with them. I think it's because they don't really have a practical use. And a lot of times you find them without the cover. So that one did have the cover. So if that's something you specialize in, they don't really blend really well in with the popular decor styles either, like farmhouse or French country or primitive. So that's why I leave stuff like that behind, but I do like them. This is a really pretty plate. Looks like, oh, this is Princess House. Yep. Pretty. I like it. I had a matching piece, I think, down here. Or is this something else? Nope, this is Nantucket. This was the Christmas tree shop stuff. I'm always attracted to the really creamy porcelain pieces if they have really pretty unusual designs. This was priced kind of high at $8.99. Kind of an unmarked little tureen, I guess you'd call it. I'm just picking through these things to see what I can find. All right, over in the dishes, this looks very Eastern European to me. That's a high price, $7.99 for 3. Yep, it's definitely like a Bavaria type thing. This was an unusual shape, but it looks like it has a flaw. That was not schmutz. That was actually, I could feel like chipping, if you will. Yeah, the porcelain glaze had been damaged in that area. Oh, another Nantucket. Wow, that price was way too high for that. We're going to leave that. This I recognize right away. Yeah, that Cordella stuff. I see that out a lot. That was very popular in the 80s. 70s and 80s. This baking dish was nice. I feel bad because I couldn't make out. Can you guys comment below if you recognize that back stamp? I couldn't even Google Lens it. It was just so faded. I couldn't get it. But that baking dish was nice. I was extremely tempted to take that. I'm sure John and I could come up with a really nice dish for that. All right, made in Italy. I could feel the quality right away when I picked that up. I was very tempted for that too, but I don't do a lot of like serving, so it wasn't really something I could use. This was a high price for this. It was made in China, although I did like the pine cone design, so we left that. This looks like false graft. It is. Yep. It's that heritage stuff. I'm telling you, that's a really nice thing. This looks like a hall teapot. Yep, it is a hall teapot. That's nice. I didn't find it online. I would have put a comp there, but a lot of the gold had rubbed off. So I don't think it was a good pickup, but I left it, obviously. But it was a hall teapot. This I really liked the design of. Gibson, I see that so much. Almost every single piece of Gibson that I pick up in the porcelain department is something I really like. All right, I recognize this. This is Fostoria. This is actually a really nice collectible piece. I wish it had been pink. I would have loved for this to have been pink. If it was pink, it would have been in my cart. Hands down, even at $9.99, I would have grabbed it. But it was clear, so I left it. They had a lot of mismatched pieces in their glass area. Some of them were really nice. I mean, if they had their matching pieces, that was a sugar. And that was a sugar. And then there was a creamer, but none of those three pieces matched each other. Okay, here's the heartbreaker. Heartbreaker. Yep. Guess what this is, you guys? It's Waterford. I knew instantly. This was Waterford. I was having a palpitation. I'm like, oh my God, Waterford. They only want 15 bucks for it. This is amazing. And right before I was going to put it in my cart, look what caught my eye. This massive crack. Massive, not small. We could not overlook it. It was big, but look at how beautiful that is. You can tell Waterford. And then the thrifting angels came upon me and said, don't worry, Diane, we have something else for you. How about this Bleak vase? Would you like this? And I'm like, well, I'll take the Bleak vase. I would have rathered the Waterford bowl, but at $11.99 after my discount, I was definitely going to make some money on that. So I grabbed it. Perfect for St. Patty's Day. Very pretty. All right, these I hemmed and hawed, went back and forth, yes and no. I do love Johnson Brothers. These weren't a bad deal. The thing is, there weren't 8 good ones. There were only 6. 2 of them were destroyed. So you were going to get 6 for that price. And it was the color. If they had been any other color than this grayish blue, okay, number one, if they had been that violet color, that purple, because I've been on the hunt for that. Number 2 would have been pink. If they had been pink, I would have hands down grabbed them because they can mix easily with what I already have. If they had been blue, I would have considered them. I probably would have sold them in my store. I have so much blue already, but the gray color, it just doesn't mix with anything else really. And with 2 of them being no good, only 6 good ones, I left them. All right, these were actually really beautiful. I kind of regret, here's my regret for the shopping trip, as these were Lennox actually, and they were only $6.49 for 4 of them. You can see the comp is $28 for 6. So I mean, they weren't super cheap, but they were still really affordable. They were Lennox. I don't know why I didn't get them. I think I looked at them and I made a mental note. Oh, let me go back and I'll grab those when I'm done filming the shelves. And then I forgot about them. I think that's what happened. So that's okay. I love these hand painted ones. I would have absolutely taken these as well, but there was only 3 of them. I think I love when they're hand painted, but I think with 3, it was not going to happen. These are very collectible. I don't do like very kitschy things, but you can see the comp online. These are collectible when you find these really whimsical, kitschy canisters. There was only 2 there, but 2 is enough. I think if someone has that kind of vibe in their booth, that would have been a really cool pickup. All right, the Mona Lisa, forever classic. I always try to grab little mirrors. That one was plastic. I grabbed this. I absolutely love it. I forgot to show you this in the haul, so take a good look at it now. I did pick it up. I'll have it for sale in my store. I forgot to show you in my haul. As I forgot to show you this in my haul, I also grabbed this. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. I didn't. I forgot to show you the artwork I picked up. If I remember to tell you as I'm shopping here, I'll tell you. Yeah, I did pick up 3 pieces. It wasn't those. It was definitely that winter scene. I definitely picked that up. Those are cool. Like, they're kind of like vintage placemats or something, like still life placemats. Those were interesting. I call this the gallery whenever I'm thrifting. This is the Savers Gallery. But yeah, they had a lot out, but 99% of it was not anything really good or collectible. These 2 pieces, I did pick up one of these. These were $4.99. I only picked up one. I think one had a flaw, or they didn't have matching frames. That's why. They look like they matched, but they actually didn't. So I only grabbed one. I can't remember the one I grabbed, but one of those beach scenes came home with me. Probably that one. All right, the rooster thing, I don't do well with those in artwork, only if it's like a porcelain figurine. I do okay, so I left those. This I also did grab. I forgot to show you this in my haul. It's just very primitive. Again, primitive sells really, really well, and that's a really cheap price, and it was a very heavy piece of wood, so I definitely grabbed it. All right, believe in yourself. That's very good advice. Doesn't matter how old you are, young, middle-aged, or older, always believe in yourself. Looking at the art, the bigger artwork, they tend to stack that on the floor in this store. So I'm seeing if there's anything in here that might be amazing. Not today. So we're going to leave that. All right, let's head over to the linens. Yeah, I got these. I hemmed and hawed because of the price, but I was like, ooh, I do have 30% off. And if I were to keep these, I would totally pay that price. For selling them, it's a slim margin, but because I'm probably am going to sell them in my haul, I was like still 50-50. But I can tell you as I record this, they're already packed down to go to the store. They are gorgeous pillows, super high quality, down-filled. Love the daffodil spring graphic. They're just so, so cheerful. Love them. Okay, they didn't have much furniture. This was a really nice project for $14. I can see that being refinished. It had the heart cut out on the sides. Really popular right now. I really had my eye on that gray table. I was definitely considering it. And when I went to move it, oh my word, the legs were barely attached. Barely. So I left that. All right, we're in the linens, and I instantly spotted these like ticking stripe panels, but I'm like, what? Okay, $6.49 for each piece in Savers? Savers, are you okay? What is going on? I had to dig through this because I'm like, well, there must be the brand. So let me do all the work and figure out what brand this is, because $6.49 is a really high price for just one cotton panel. And finally I figured it out. I found it. It's called Bee and Willow. And I looked it up, and that's, I guess, a brand that was exclusive to Bed Bath & Beyond. But I mean, they were nice. They were nice. And they went really well with that pillow thing. I mean, I totally get the vibe. It was very, very nice. But wow, $6 a panel. If you wanted all those panels, it was going to cost you like $24. And they only had 2 long ones and 4 short ones. That's a lot. That's like one window. All right. I did see these really long runners. Now that's more like it. $3.99. These were obviously from TJ Maxx Marshalls. They're the Cynthia Rowley brand. That's what's sold there. And there were 2 of them. Perfect. These are like farmhouse Valentine's Day things. And I totally can see a lot of my customers really wanting this kind of runner for their table. So I grabbed those for sure. All right, I'm done shopping. Let's get up to the checkout, pay for everything, get everything home, and show you what I got. Okay, wow, that was awesome. I couldn't even film myself walking out because I have so much stuff right here. I have a bunch of stuff. So yeah, that was fun. Wow, they had a lot of stuff. Definitely restocked. I had a coupon I forgot to mention, as always at Savers. And yeah, got a ton of beautiful things for the store, possibly some stuff for myself. I got so many nice things. It's gonna be hard to let a lot of it go, but hey, listen, it's time to restock for spring. So let me get this all in the car and get home and show you what I got. I can't wait to show you. Well, hello, I am back home from my shopping at Savers. I did that 2 days ago, so I've had a chance to go through all my stuff. I have it all out here to show you. And I got a really good mix of artwork, glassware, home decor, one lamp. Oh, hi, Miss Mina. As soon as I turn the camera on, she's got to come down and say hello. So that's cool. All right, you're going to be a good girl. You're going to let mommy do this? All right, let's go through the stuff. I'll be real quick. I know this video is probably really long. John and I had a lot of fun cooking yesterday, and a little bit long of a segment though. It was a involved meal, but it came out beautiful. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that after this, but let's get right into it. All right, so anything spring or anything neutral home decor is selling like hotcakes in my store. So I am definitely on the hunt for all that stuff. So I grabbed this beautiful vase. Now this is like a really high-end looking vase. Oh, look. Oh, wow. I think it's actually Hager. That's hilarious. I didn't even look at the bottom of it to see what it was. Well, that makes it worth so much more. I got it for $3.99, which is amazing. And I just picked it up because I thought it looked like a very sophisticated, neutral, modern home urn type piece. But now that I see that it's a Hager piece, I'm going to have to look this up, make sure I price it right. But anyway, I grabbed this. And then I grabbed this piece. I instantly fell in love with how spring it looks. Very sparkly. It's like that mosaic. Oh, I absolutely love this. I think this is going to just shimmer in the sunlight if somebody puts this near a window. I paid $5.49 for it, but I did have a 30% off coupon. Pretty much goes without saying, if you guys see me at Savers, it's because they love bombed me with lots of coupons. So I did have 30% off this. Everything that I'm showing you actually. And I found a little piece of pottery. This was also $3.99. And this is that pottery. I think it might be from New Hampshire, but it's got the stamp on it right there. It's a very famous pottery in New England. Whenever we go on vacation in Maine and New Hampshire, we always look for these pieces in the thrift stores. And sometimes we find them, but yeah, these are super collectible in this area, and they're beautiful. They're classy and they're really beautiful. I love this kind of saltwater glaze with the blue. Looks like a flow blue. My mom has a lot of pieces of this type of pottery. Technically, I should ask her before I sell this in the store to make sure that she doesn't want this, because this is definitely the type of stuff she collects. You know what? I'm going to run this by her first, but if she doesn't want it, it'll be in the store. I also found 2 pieces of collector glass. And I think this is stunning. I instantly recognize this as Bleak. And with St. Patrick's Day coming up, there's the back stamp on it. It still has its original sticker. I think that's great. I did get it for $11.49, but I had a 30% off coupon from that. And it is just so beautiful. This reminds me of Lenox with that beautiful creamy, you know, the really creamy finish on it. It's got the beautiful shamrocks. So this is a tall flower vase. So I see these online. I'll put whatever I find over here, but they run between $30 and $40, something like that. So I definitely felt like this was going to be an amazing deal. And then you guys, I also found this piece of Pilgrim glass, and it still has the original sticker on it. And it was $3.99. Oh my God. I'm like, what? Thrifting Angels, thank you. I'm so grateful. It's this is the biggest piece of cranberry glass that I will have now. I packed away my collection because I only put it out for Christmas. It is my Christmas decor. So I don't put out a tree. I don't put out any like more traditional Christmassy things. I only decorate with baubles and cranberry glass. That's okay. I love it. It's feminine and pretty. It's very New England. Anyway, to find it with that original sticker on it is amazing, and $3.99, even better. I'll put right here what I find online, but oh, I love it. I have other styles like this too that have that rope edge. Just recently I picked up, I'm looking up there. Yeah, I have another little smaller vase. It's an amber glass and it's got that rope around the neck, but beautiful, love it. I felt so lucky to find this and I'm so grateful, and I'm going to be keeping this one. All right, I'm going to be running through some interesting home decor, but really quick. I got this vase, modern. I'm sure it was TJ Maxx Marshalls. What did I pay for this? $5.49 before my discount. So this is just super modern, super cool. It'll go right away. People are redecorating and they want these neutral light tones right now. So I'm sure that will be very popular. I sold out all the watering cans that I had. I had 4 watering cans in my store last week and I sold every single one. I don't have any left. I think that's amazing. So I managed to find one more. This one's branded Burpee. Don't mind her playing with the toy in the back. I hate to take that away from her. It makes like a little boppy noise. If you hear that, I'm really sorry, but hi Nina. She's so cute, isn't she? Okay. Anyway, this is branded with Burpee. My husband's favorite seed company catalog. We love Burpee. Oh, we're getting so excited. Only in a few more weeks, we're going to be starting plants. We're going to be starting tomatoes and peppers. It's crazy. We're going to be, usually we start them in February sometime, maybe March. But anyway, it's coming soon. I found that. And I found a Easter blessings. That was only $3.49 before my discount. So I'll have that in the store. Love that. I found this pail, this like springtime kind of pail. I don't know, it's branded Robert Galleries or something like that. I don't know where that was from. Only $2.99, perfect before my discount. And it's this nice rustic, very primitive. So this would fall in the primitive category. Have a lot of customers that are constantly looking for primitive things. So that's perfect for that. And then just these 2 organizing baskets. It's January, everybody's organizing. They wanted $2.99 each basket before my discount. So these were a bargain and they're the exact same size. I won't pull them apart. You get the idea. They're these, I think these are the willow or seagrass maybe or something like that. But they're in excellent condition, no rips, tears. They have their little handles on each side. They're like new condition. So these are going to go really quickly. I even want to make sure I can't use them for some kind of organizing before I let them go, because these have gotten to be really expensive in the stores now. So for a couple of bucks each, these were a bargain. All right, and if the thrifting angels weren't good enough to me already with the Belique and the Pilgrim glass, which is stunning to me, I also found this gorgeous lamp. And it was, you guys, it was $3.99. I thought it was a mistake because there's like a line through I thought maybe it was $9.99. Nope, it scanned, it was $3.99. I was like, oh my goodness, you guys, I think I have to keep this. It's so classic and traditional. It's got this beautiful like bird of paradise design on it. It's like a ginger jar lamp, I think, with the rosewood bottom, but not a huge one. It's a nice size. It's a smaller one. And I love the roses on the neck of it. You can see there's like some roses. Oh my God, and the blue and the white. Yeah, this is awesome for $3.99. And it came with the shade too for $3.99. This is stylish, classy. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna have to find a place for her. I'll only sell it in my store if I absolutely cannot find a place for it here, or even a place to store it for my future house, because I think this is absolutely stunning. I love it. I feel so lucky I found it. Again, just a few more small things to fill out my shelves. I have been doing so good at the store, so busy. I am so grateful. I found blue and white. That's classic. I sell an awful lot of blue and white pieces. And I love the open lattice work on this one. Isn't that stunning? This one was only marked $2 before my discount. Here's the back stamp. I don't think it's anything too special. If I find it online, I'll put whatever I find right there. But I just love it. Isn't this so feminine and pretty? It almost looks like Spode, but it's not. But it's beautiful. I absolutely love it. If you're going for that English cottage category look, I think that would fit in perfect for that. And then just this random owl. He was $2.99 before my discount. I shined him up. I mean, it does look sort of Halloween to me, but that's okay. I think it would go any time of the year. I definitely can think of at least 3 or 4 of my regular customers that collect owl type stuff. So maybe this will appeal to one of them, but it's a really good sized dish. It's got like a gray gunmetal type treatment to the back of it and then shiny glass in the front. It's just cool. You know, if you collect owls, this is a really cool, interesting piece that you could put right out on your coffee table. It would catch my eye right away. And yeah, it's unique and cool. All right, and the last thing I have to show you is a group of linens, and I think I got really lucky here too. For $3.99, I think you guys saw me grab these in the footage. These are long runners, but they're for Valentine's Day. I just love that they're charcoal and that's neutral, like taupey color. This is definitely like a farmhouse modern look. So without getting all into the pink and the red, if you want all your stuff to be neutral and trendy, I guess, this would be perfect. And I was so happy they had 2 of them, so I get an opportunity to sell them both for a profit. And I definitely can do that because they were only $3.99, so that's perfect. And then the last thing I grabbed, I definitely paid up for, but I had the 30% off. These were in perfect condition, and listen, they're amazing. They're clearly amazing. So they were $12.99. Bummer savers. I also justified it because I got so lucky with the Pilgrim glass, the Bleak, and the lamp. I'm like, all right, I mean, I can't get everything for $5.99 and $3.99 as much as I want to, but I can't. So anyway, there were 2 of these and they matched, and that's the only reason why I got them too. So I figured, well, I'm going to get them both because they're amazing. These are spring, just beautiful, classy spring. Oh, it's going to be hard for me to let these go because they are just a very classy botanical. These are daffodils. Looks like daffodils in kind of paper whites. Yeah, they're both a daffodil print. What a beautiful springtime, absolutely stunning look. I love them. But yeah, it's a 50-50 draw if these are going to be in the store or not. Not quite sure, because I got to look to see what I've saved for myself for springtime, because I do change over my pillows. And I don't usually go for yellow like this. Like if it was a different flower, maybe. The yellow isn't really my thing. So yeah, they're probably going to go to the store. We'll see. I'll ask John and see what he thinks. Sometimes just to get an unbiased opinion is good, but either way, they're absolutely beautiful. And I'm sure once I bring them in the store, I've already sold a couple of pairs of pillows lately, super quick, because again, these are getting really expensive in the store. But yeah, I think these are so beautiful. What do you think? Hello. All right. Well, today, welcome back to our kitchen. Oh, by the way, if you're new here, I'm Diane, and this is my husband, John, and we sometimes do cooking. Well, not sometimes, we do cooking a lot. We love cooking, gardening. So not just thrifting, but all the stuff we've thrifted. Actually, everything we're looking at in front of us right here on the island is all thrifted stuff. But anyway, it's a slow Sunday for sure because it's snowing out there like crazy. So everybody in this whole New England area, I'm sure, has stayed home today. So we are going to make a dish that I don't think we've ever made before. And I have to give John a lot of kudos. Not only is he an amazing cook, but he really pushes the boundaries. He tries stuff that we've never tried before. So I'm saying that as a disclaimer. If this comes out absolutely terrible, especially the noodles that I'm going to try to make, it's because we've never made it before. So, but that should not stop you. I'm just saying that because, you know, I'm just saying that. I'm sure it's going to come out amazing. But anyway, okay, what are we making today, babe?
We're making Alsatian pork chops.
See? I would not be like, yeah, let's, but he's like, let's do that. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what that is. I'm game for it. And, oh, Miss Mina, you guys can't see. You guys can't see, but she can barely reach the counter. All right, so what is that dish?
So I'm sure everybody's seen pork chops for sale at the supermarket, and they're like, ugh. But if you're looking for another way to make them, this is a recipe from Alsace for Alsatian pork chops. And I found a nice recipe for it online. It was online as a slow cooker recipe.
Ooh.
Which is fine. I mean, you can find it and you can dump everything in one pot and it'll be good.
Yeah, a slow cooker is amazing.
But we're gonna reorganize this a little bit, cook it a little more true to style.
Okay.
And the guest ingredient is our own homemade sauerkraut.
Okay, yeah, we're going to
For
show you
anybody
that.
who saw that video.
Yeah, so if you watched us months ago, we did a making your own sauerkraut, and we made 2 recipes, right?
Yep.
And we've already eaten one completely. Mm-hmm. And the second one, we did it with, was it raisins or cranberries?
Dried cranberries.
Dried cranberries.
Craisins.
Craisins. All right. So we're going to have that as a side dish. And then I am going to be making, John's in charge of the main dish, but I'm using this cookbook right here. This is John's cookbook. I believe it's a German cookbook. Yep. And I'm going to be making, I say spaetzle. That's kind of like the American way of saying it, but the correct pronunciation right there. What is the correct pronunciation?
Spaetzle.
Spaetzle. So we're going to be making these noodles right here. And basically, we're going to use the method where you push the noodles through a colander into the boiling water. So you'll ladle the batter in here. Push it through. I know, it's a lot of fun. We have nothing else to do. So let's go ahead and make this amazing, what is it again?
Alsatian pork chops.
Alsatian pork chops, spaetzle noodles, and our own sauerkraut. I can't wait. Let's get into it.
So this is a lot like the last recipe we did. very common style of cooking over there. We're going to sear the meat on both sides.
Okay.
And then we're going to brown some onion up in the pan. Then we're going to add in the carrots. Then we're going to add in some, a little bit of flour. And then the sauerkraut.
Okay. So what's making this like a German dish is the flavor profile of the sauerkraut. That, and I assume these caraway seeds I see you got sitting out here.
Yep.
And then you got some mustard back there.
Yep.
Okay, so this is feeling like, yeah, the flavor profile is going to be the sauerkraut, the pork, the caraway seed. Okay. It's amazing. And of course, the egg noodles. Spaetzle. So we're going to make that while these chops are simmering. All right, so that's the sauerkraut
that we made. That's
that
the
we
jar
made.
we made it
Look at
in.
you guys. Remember, we had this all filled up. So this was made with, that's our dogs. That's okay. Dried cranberries. So yeah, we fermented this ourselves. It's our own cabbage, dried cranberries, and yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness. I can't believe we're going to have a whole meal with this. We already ate the other one. I forgot what we made it with. We made it with something, probably apples and pork chops or something. This one is definitely a sweeter sauerkraut than the other one was. The other one was caraway seeds caraway seeds, right?
Yep,
I don't know. You
and
guys can
carrots.
watch the video. Yeah, we made it with shredded carrots and caraway seeds. You can watch the video. We made 2 recipes. This smells amazing. Okay, our pork chops are bubbling away. They smell amazing. So now it's time to make the spaetzle or spatial. Nah, okay,
Especially.
we're gonna make that. So I'm gonna put the dough together and then it has to rest for 30 minutes. And then in the meantime, we'll get a pot of boiling water together and then we'll try the whole colander thing. It'll be fun for you guys to watch. I bet you've never seen noodles made with a colander before. We'll see.
I haven't.
I haven't either. It's going to be fun for both of us. So, all right, let's put this batter together. right, it is many hours later. You can see it's now dark outside. Our snow day has turned into a snow night.
But it was right around 2.5 hours total.
Yeah.
So not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. Not all work either.
This is not an after work dinner, but
yeah, it's a Sunday slow dinner,
Sunday
slow living.
dinner.
Yeah, Sunday slow living. And so now we're ready to plate it up. So what we just wanted to say before we show you all the good stuff all plated up, that, you know, this was a lot of fun to make. The spaetzle came out amazing, like amazing. But John had to take over as usual. You really need strength to push it through that colander, and I would have gotten there eventually, but yeah, he was able to get it through those holes a lot quicker than me. All right, so we're gonna plate all this up, and I hope you enjoy. Definitely try it; it's worth it. And just to show you, I'm going to be using these beautiful Limoges plates. I believe these are Limoges. Yep, Haviland Limoges. We're going to be using these beautiful French plates and some really old crystal. I've had these a long, long time. They are so beautiful. Yeah, love them. All right, so we're going to plate it up, and we've got some wine to show you to go with it. Yep. Look at that. What wine are we having to go with dinner?
We're having one of my favorite styles of white wine. It was the inspiration for the dinner. And it is called a Gewürztraminer.
A Gewürztraminer. There you go, you guys. Columbia Valley. Okay.
And the style of wine is from Alsace, which is the ethnic overlap of the German and French people in Europe. And if you can find actual imported wines, that's great. But if you can't, they make a very nice one at Chateau Saint Michel in Washington State. And they're readily available. Okay, so this is basically your answer to boredom. You're bored with pork chops and you're bored with your Chardonnay. So you go a little European. And
yep. Tour of Europe here. So again, like John said, this is like the overlap of France with Germany. So you're seeing a little bit of both here in the style of how the dinner's made. Oh, ignore our dogs if you can hear that. There's probably rabbits in the yard. Boop. Oh, we love that sound. That's a beautiful sound. All right, we're gonna dig into this. Hope you guys get inspired. Definitely try the, how do you say it again?
Spaetzle.
Spaetzle. Definitely try that. It's not as hard as it's gonna seem like it might be hard, but it's not. Trust me, it's totally worth it. And these pork chops look amazing. We made ourselves a little cherry tomato salad, the wine. Great way to spend a slow Sunday, especially a snowy one. See you guys soon in our next one. Bye.
Bye.